What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Masculine. Is her attraction dropping? So this is something that can fuck you up if you do not catch this in time. And by the way, anybody who does not like swearing on my videos, fuck off. So anyway, I get like probably maybe 1-2 comments every couple of days saying, stop swearing. Fuck no. Look, it's who I am. It's who I've always been. It's me. It's what makes me authentic. If I stopped swearing and stopped being who I really was, you'd see right through it. Stop being a snowflake and get this information in your head. You don't have to fucking like me. Get the information in your head, okay? If I were to coach people, see the thing is, the people that I coach love that I swear and love who I am. So they know deep down inside I'm gonna be straight up just by my personality. So I'm not gonna stop swearing. If you don't like it, don't subscribe and go move on to a different coach or go move on to somebody else who's more snowflake like you, okay? Back to the fucking topic at hand. I know swearing needlessly is kind of annoying. I get that. But I'm just doing it to piss you guys off. Is her attraction dropping? If you catch this in time, you can turn things around really quickly. Okay? Now, the thing is, you guys always, and girls, you guys always notice this way too late, but it's mostly guys who fuck this up. You guys notice this way too late. It's always when the attraction drops down to like a 6 that you're like, oh, fuck, I'm fucked. So if their attraction is dropping, you really, really need to pay attention to it. So what are you looking for? What are the signs? What can you do to turn it around? We'll get to all this stuff. So first off, the signs. She stops touching you. She stops having sex with you. She stops doing things to impress you. Is she, you know, putting you first? Shit like that. I'm actually making a whole separate video on that. Okay? Is she doing all this stuff? Because if she isn't, because when she's totally attracted to you, when you're like a 9 or a 10 in her eyes, she's going to literally abandon everything just to impress you and try to be around you and shit like that. But if you fuck this up, and the thing is, what shit will happen quickly, just to finish that thought. But what will happen is, as the attraction drops, guys become even more feminine and start fucking pushing her away even more because guys start chasing, which actually reinforces her thoughts about you anyway. So what's happening is the attraction's going like this and your attraction's going like this, and you're going, oh fuck, what's going on? I gotta fix this, because men are fixers. We try to fix everything. So we try to turn it all around, and now we're like, oh fuck, she's losing attraction for me. Then by the time, you know, it gets down to a 7, you're noticing what's going on, and by 6, she's like really starting to back away from you, and by 5, you're fucked. She's gone. So that's the thing. You guys really got to catch this in time. You can turn this around, but you have to be able to understand where it started to fall and make sure that you don't do the shit behaviors that keep pushing her away. So what I mean is the texting, pursuing, chasing, and all that shit. Because when you start going into your feminine, you start fucking stepping away from your masculine energy, and then you start going into your feminine energy too much, she's going to be like, oh, this guy's totally doing exactly what I thought he would be doing. But if you keep pulling away, like I'm not saying because she's pulling away that you fucking remove all of your attention. Just pull away a little bit and start working on, make sure you refocus and work on your purpose. Now, it depends on what you've been doing. If you've been, I just had a coaching call yesterday, where a gentleman was actually working too much and he wasn't paying attention to the things he needed to pay attention to. I'm obviously not going to say your name. That's one side of the spectrum. The other side, which most guys fall under, is complacency, and they forget what their mission and purpose is. So the thing is, you have to make sure that you're working on your mission and purpose, but you also have to make sure your woman feels needed and taken care of. It's obviously a balancing act. It's very difficult to master unless you get a lot of practice. And that's why guys have a really, really hard time with this at first until they start practicing and learning what they really need to learn on the attraction scale and skills with women and conversation skills and shit like that, right? Catch this in time. You're going to start to see her pull away. You're going to see the sex drop off. You're going to see, you guys feel it. You guys just know when your woman pulls away from you, like she's just dry. She's not I don't mean in her fucking in between her legs. I mean, she's just dry. Like there's nothing to her. She's got no the conversations don't carry. She doesn't really care about being around you that much. She's kind of indifferent to you. And that's what you got to fucking stay away from. So if the attraction starts dropping, fellas, you have to develop the keen sense to notice when it starts dropping. My girlfriend's attraction stays between a 9 and a 10, but I've seen it go down to like a 7 before for me. And see, I was like, oh fuck. So I really had to hit the gas pedal in re-attracting her. Actually, it's more like the brake pedal, because if you actually start hitting the gas pedal, a lot of guys think that they actually have to do something. Actually, what I stopped doing was I went out more. I started dressing up more. I started looking better. I started hitting the gym more. I didn't pay more attention to her. I paid more attention to myself, which is weird. It really is weird how all that works. Started hitting the gym more, and you know, started dressing better. I stopped wearing like I stopped looking so grubby at home, and I started cleaning up more. I just noticed that I was becoming complacent, especially around the apartment. Cleaned up just some little behaviors that I was doing. This was a couple years ago. And I still knew this stuff. That's the thing. I knew all this information, and yet I still became complacent. It happens to us all. You cannot, like, especially if you're in a long-term relationship, which I am. Like you know, you cannot falter for very long before your woman wants to leave you. It's very, very, you're walking in thin ice almost all the time, or on thin ice all the time. So make sure you catch it in time, fellas. It's very important, or you could lose your girlfriend, and fuck, you're booking sessions with me now because you have no idea what the fuck to do, right? Reattraction is a whole other video topic, and I think I'll cover that maybe tonight or tomorrow, because reattraction, it can take some time because they already know you. They already know a lot about you. So you gotta, but that, you can actually use that to your advantage because they have a bond with you. So there's kind of like two sides of the coin there. But well, I'll get into that in the next video. All the coaching's down below, guys. I love you guys. Take it easy. If you don't like the swearing, fuck off. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Join the email list. It's down below as well, so you get the free tips and tricks and all that bullshit. And then I am out. Done.